I get drunk. I play funk until night. I get high. I never try. I let loose. Wild goose. I take a ride. I nearly die. I get bumped. Shut up. I call in sick. Suck my dick. I kick your ass. Smoke your mother's grass. Stay up late. I masturbate. I look great. Straight hate. Get laid. Get paid.
Benny Loco, Diane Russell,
Nice dinner. What are you up to, dinner? I get drunk. I play funk. Stay away from the phone. Just leave me alone. I'm living large. Bitch, I'm in charge. I light an incense. Gene Vincent. I get the notion. Rub on the little lotion. Keep it busy. Pump is busy. I thank God for a hot ride. Come on your face. Play the boogie bass. I've told you. Say what? No.
Diane, I am your protector.
Yes, yes.
You guys need to grow some balls.
Love metal. Heavy metal. Nice sweater. It's a trap. Double G's the letter. I make a fire. Cool desire. I speculate. Ejaculate. I get drunk. Stop breaking the law, asshole! Get high. I'll make you cry. I get drunk. I play funk until night. I get high. I never try. I let loose. Wild goose. I take a ride. I nearly die. I get bumped. Shut up. I call in sick. Suck my dick. I kick your ass. Smoke your mother's grass. Stay up late. I masturbate. I look great. Straight hate. Get laid. Get paid.
Benny Loco, Diane Russell,
Nice dinner. What are you up to, dinner? I get drunk. I play funk. Stay away from the phone. Just leave me alone. I'm living large. Bitch, I'm in charge. I light an keep it busy. Hope it's busy. I thank God for the hot rod. Come on your face. Play the boogie bass. I told you. Say what? No. Love metal. Heavy metal. Nice sweater. W double G's the letter. I make a fire. Cool desire. I speculate. Ejaculate. I get drunk. I play funk. Get high. I make it cry.
Fucking Democrat.
Howdy ho. What's going on, people? Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. People are running late, and that's fine. I'm here. I was running late too. My hair's still wet and everything. Yeah. Jupiter Judy, how's it going? Waiting for Diane to give the updates on what, Judy? Just wondering. Here's mom's coming in. Mom's Russo. Hi, honey.
Hi, I made it.
Thanks for jumping in.
Sure.
I don't know where anybody is.
That's all right. You know, I'm always at the computer, so.
Light down, please.
How's things?
Good. You know, it's been kind of it's funny because
I gotta mute some shit. Hang on a second.
All right, go ahead. I took the weekend off, and I said I'm not watching anything.
There we go. I think we're ready now. All right.
I'm not watching anything that has to do with Donald Trump this weekend, right? I took the weekend off. I said, fuck it. I need a shutdown. You know what I mean? Like a cleansing, if you will. So I didn't watch any politics all weekend. Well, you might know this is the weekend that Donald Trump went out and fucking said the most horrendous fucking shit. He was off the chains. The rally in Wisconsin, I forget where the other one was. I think it was Pennsylvania. Oh my God, yeah. So I just kind of, needed a little break, and then all this shit happens, and now I'm all behind, and...
Oh, what do you want to know?
Well, it's funny because, you take 2 days off.
Right.
And it's just a flood of shit that you need to catch up on. And because Donald Trump said the most unhinged, fucking horrific shit this weekend, I'm scrambling around to find all the drops and everything. Has anybody heard from Benny? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no.
Let me Let me just double check here and see. All right. So yeah, because I'd love, I hate to start getting things rolling and then have her jump in and, try to have to reiterate.
Pops is coming home, so that's good news. He's been on the road for 2 weeks. He was in Peoria, Illinois. He was somewhere near North Carolina prior to that. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's in Sedalia, Missouri.
Moms, you're popping in and out.
Okay, hang on.
Like your audio's not super great.
I'll fix.
All right. So anyway, I'm glad. So Pops is on his way back. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, because honestly, that's all I could get out of that. I'm sorry. And I'm a musician too, and I have giant speakers in front of me, and I still couldn't hear shit.
I'm trying to get it to get in here. Worst case scenario, we go mobile.
It's been very stressful, to say the least. I think that we are all like, I'm in this mode where I think she's going to win. Here's Benny. I'm in this mode where I think she's going to win, but I'm so worried about all the Republican fuckery. There she is.
Sorry about that.
It's all right, honey.
I was awake all night just stressing over this fucking debate, and I finally laid down at 9 o'clock. I set my alarm for 10. It went off. I put it off, and then I went back to sleep. I'm sorry.
It's all right, honey. No, I was just saying that I took the whole weekend off because I needed some really good rest, and I needed to be away from politics and take a little break. And 2 days, and I don't have
that luxury. I don't get a break because if I'm not looking at politics, I'm involved with the mess over here. That's why.
Well, yeah. As women, we never get a break in the house. We're always doing laundry, cooking.
There is no break. The stress level is never low either.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm 64 years old and I have a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
So.
God bless. Better you than me, honey.
I know.
It's so much fun.
So, well, that's the thing, is that people all have drama in their own lives. We all have our own issues, but we have to pay so much attention to the fuckery that is going on. And as you were just coming in, Benny, I was saying that, like, I have a lot of hope that she's going to win.
There's no doubt in my mind.
I have let me just finish. My fear is the Republican fuckery. That's it.
Yes.
Go ahead, honey.
That's exactly what's driving me fucking nuts. And listen, we saw, I don't know how many of you saw it. I know I saw it. Roger Stone in a secret fucking caught on film fucking thing where he's going, we bought the judges and we got the lawyers and we got people in place here, there, hither and yon. And I'm like, why isn't this cocksucker in prison on this goddamn tape alone?
I don't understand.
That's election
really
interference.
Yeah. It's insane, is what it is.
Well, and why?
You guys can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, baby.
Why has
Good,
nothing
good.
been done about it? That's my bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Why is there, 0.0 been done about it?
Yeah, exactly. Every day I wake up and I'm like, any minute now, somebody's going to do something to these motherfuckers who are pulling this shit.
Right. Does Merrick Garland not have enough people?
I keep saying
Could that be the case? I highly doubt it. But.
No. They've had 4 years to get enough people. They've had 4 years to douche out the fucking assholes that Donnie Boy fucking put in place.
Merrick Garland is a member of the Federalist Society, people. He is a Republican. He is a fucking Obama wanted him there, to be like kind of cool. You can't do this anymore. You can't give them an inch, they take a mile.
Right.
You give them an inch, they take our rights away.
Yeah, Republicans are not cool. Now, what gives me a lot of hope, though, Diane, is there are a fuckload of Republicans who have jumped ship and are now voting for Kamala. And that's just a straight up fact.
Yep.
There's a thing, Republicans for Harris, and I see them on Midas Touch all the time, Republicans saying, that's it, we had it. We had it. We voted for him. He had his shot, and he screwed the pooch, as it were.
Yeah.
I'd rather see them screw him than kill him. Hello.
Mm. And this motherfucker, head of the Heritage Foundation, is the one who beat the dog to death with a shovel. You hear about that one?
Right. Yes. Was that Kevin Roberts? I think is his name.
Beat his neighbor's dog to death.
Animal abusers, women abusers.
Because he's a good Christian.
Where's PETA?
They're all abusers.
Right.
That's all I see.
Correct.
Mm.
All I see is
but
abusers.
like I said, there's all the shit that they're doing, they already tried. So we know where they are, we know who they are, and we know what they're up to. We didn't have any idea the last time that he was going to pull this shit in 2020. You know what I mean? We really didn't know the level of depravity that lives inside of these people in 2020. But now we do. And now we have people in charge, and Joe Biden is the president, and I promise you, he's not going to let any fuckery go on. He might be 80 years old, but he's a tough old bird.
Yeah. I love the video of him just going flat out saying, he's lying. He's lying.
Yeah.
He's lying. We got Donald Trump saying everything that Kamala Harris said is a lie, but we don't have the media who's saying everything that Donald Trump and J.D. Vance says is a fucking lie. Now we've got CBS.
The media can't do that anymore because they suck Donald's dick too long. Now they have an orange ring around their mouth that just, bends toward Donnie still.
And now we have CBS hosting the debate tonight between Vance and Walz, and they're saying we're going to do no fact checking. Then what are you there for? What are you there for?
There?
What is a moderator for? A moderator in a debate does this. Did anybody take fucking speech class, debate class in high school? You remember? Yeah. So it's like the moderator is there for a reason. You're out of line, blah, 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 ding, ding, ding. You know what I mean? And not only that, they're teaching you how to debate like a fucking normal person, not slinging shit everywhere.
And you should use Robert's Rules of Order as if you're running a meeting. Person that has the floor has the floor. You don't talk over them. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
But for the last few elections, they changed up, the moderation thing. And the debate thing in the last few elections have been a fucking free-for-all.
Yes, because we have a moron running. So they dumbed everything down to match him.
Yep.
Well, at least David Muir and what's her name, at least fact-checked him, 4 times the last debate with Kamala.
Yeah.
So, okay, at least, they're not eating cats and dogs. Nobody's killing babies after they're born. Crime is down. Inflation, the economy's good. You know what I mean? I forget what they fucking fact-checked the other 2 things. But those were the 2 big things. And I was like, no fact-checking. With a serial, what do you call it? A malignant liar.
Mm-hmm.
obsessive compulsive liar, you're gonna.
He can't not lie.
Well, I don't know if you guys heard Keith Olbermann.
No, I didn't get to listen to him yet.
Oh my god, it's really, really good. So Keith Olbermann just tore it up. And I was like, that's why I was running late, because I listened to him, and every now and again there's an ad, and I'm like, fuck these ads. And if I get in the shower, then it'll be an ad for 20 minutes, and I'm fuming pissed. So save myself the aggravation. I put it on fast speed to listen to the first like half of his show. He's like, CBS, this is a complete abdication of your duties as fucking journalists to moderate and fact check a political fucking debate between a serial liar and a dude who's a fucking good man. And you're just going to let him, like, you know, that's a thing. I mean, I know that Pete Buttigieg has been helping Waltz prepare
That
for
makes
this
me
debate.
warm inside.
I know it does.
Yeah.
It makes me feel be all good and warm and fuzzy inside for some reason. Anyway,
I love
Sadly, he's
Pete.
pitching for the other team. He's just so handsome and he's sweet.
He's a dreamboat. Are you kidding me?
And he can bust balls when necessary too. So
He's adorable.
I know we all
love
love
him.
him so much, and so
Mayor
anyway, well, I think the good thing is that whatever the couch fucker says, that's what I was like. I hope he gets in a dig about a couch, a love seat, anything. Because guess what? You put JD Vance on the defensive and he has to defend himself. He's lost the debate. Period.
right.
That's when you lose the debate. So Keith Olbermann's advice was go ahead and answer the first fucking question. But after that, ignore everything and go after JD Vance for a compulsive fucking liar and being a total fucking piece of shit towards women and and being like, you know, Putin puppet and a fucking, oh, you know,
Well, let's hope someone's listening.
just the most
Or has been
egregious shit that he has already said. And then let's
really?
remind everybody that he's the one who originally said that Trump is Hitler.
Right.
Hitler point two,
That's correct.
2.0. So let's not forget all that bullshit and lay it all out there. And I love, see, the thing about Keith Olbermann, I think, that I like the most, he has what I call righteous indignation. And if you're a listener of him, he went to lunch with Biden when Biden was a senator, and he goes, how do you get your point across without being so angry? And he said it's righteous indignation. You can be angry,
Right.
but you have to be specific in your words and tear their side apart. And if you have righteous indignation, you win the argument. And so I think that we have to stop reacting to all the fuckery. We got 30 days left, right? We're 34. Is it 34, 33? I forget.
Yeah, I think
What-
34.
Yeah.
I feel like we're sliding into home plate from all the way back
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have moments
Have
of
to get
like,
some raspberries on our legs.
I still have moments of she's going to win, and then moments of like, holy fucking shit, we're so fucked if she doesn't win. She has to win. He has to lose.
Right.
Yeah.
And guess what? If you vote for Donald Trump, you're voting for JD Vance, because Donald Trump is in a fucking decline, fucking landslide down fucking
Fast.
hill,
Spiraling fast.
way out of control. He looks awful. He sounds awful. He's more demented. He can't get a fucking sentence together. It's the clips that I got, I was just like, okay, 3 is enough. Because there was
Right.
like dozens, and I could have pulled up dozens, and I was just like, I can't. I don't even want to listen to this asshole anymore. But the ones that I picked
I
out
hear
are
you.
just like, fuck me, dude. This guy's disgusting.
I put it up there. Can you see it?
What's that?
My hippy dippy
Oh, yeah, I
wall
love
status
it.
poster.
I want that so bad. Tony. Oh, yeah,
Tony,
yeah,
you
yeah.
better
He said-
get it.
Get it for me.
We only have 30 days left. I want it. I'll hang that
I got
shit
a
outside.
I got my giant flag outside. I have yard signs, and I have a big ass fucking banner pointing right at the street.
I'm going to put out my American flag, and I'm going to make a little special thing just for that.
I'm kind of a little torn about buying a flag. Now, the only place I can find a flag that's not made in China is Home Depot, and Home Depot supports Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Right.
I have one that I got for my mom's. It's not made in China. The thing is, it's cotton and it's faded. You know what I mean? And
It's Old Glory.
yeah. And it's not that polyester fucked up material. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
cotton. Yeah.
Slippery stuff.
Yeah. Slippery stuff.
You know, I have my husband's grandfather's flag from when he was in the South Pacific. And I thought about asking him to let me hang that, see what he says.
Right.
Just for the election, then we'll put it back in the box. It's not like it's going to rain or anything out here.
We're getting rain right now. Well, it's been on and off raining. It's actually kind of a nice day, but it's just cloudy, you know.
Right.
Anyway,
It should be cool here already a little bit, and it's still up in the hundreds. It's going to be 103 today. So,
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have no earthly clue. Let's see. I don't know. It's been decent enough for me to be able to sit outside for a little. Yay. Ryan's lunch and missiles. Anyway.
where did all the bookmarks go? It's like some days bookmarks are there. Some days bookmarks are not.
some
Right.
days are down.
I don't
Yes.
fucking
Rest in
know.
peace, Chris Christopherson, writer
Oh,
of
yes.
so many good songs.
Some part of the soundtrack of my life.
Yeah.
And you know, my son picked him up on his own. And actually, my son met him at a bar in Arizona years ago and was super pissed off at his friends. I understand my son is 33. Was pissed off at his friends who are all burly biker bucks because they didn't know who Chris Christopherson was. So he schooled them. He schooled them all right.
How could you not know? I mean, his name is on so many songs. He's written so many fucking good songs.
Yeah, but these
I
guys
just-
don't look and see who wrote it.
It wasn't long ago I did a cover of one of his songs called Rain. And of course they
Okay.
copyrighted me for it.
Of course.
But I covered it. It's off the album Breaking Away, which is a really good album. Is it Breaking Away or Breakaway? Can't
I think
remember.
it's.
I can't
I
find
think so.
any of the videos I bookmarked.
Oh shit!
Of course. Try closing down your window and opening it
I did
again.
already.
Are they in the bookmark section?
Unplug it.
Oh, wait,
plug it back in.
All right, hold on. There they are.
There you
Here they
go.
are. I found them now. Okay. That was cocksucker. Elon fucking Leon fucking whatever, you fucking asshole, you fucking asshole.
Fuck you too. I don't know. I like fuck. It's my
I'm
second
so-
favorite. 'Cause, freedom is my second favorite F word.
This asshole. All right, I know. I love you guys. I hate subjugating you to listening to this asshole for 3 seconds, but we got to cover this.
Ugh. Okay.
Ugh. I think I'm
And
gonna
I
barf.
had to try to hold my dad back.
Joe Biden became mentally impaired. Kamala was born that way. Okay? She was born that way.
So much wrong.
And if you think about it, only a mentally disabled person could have allowed this to happen to our country. Anybody would know this. Joe Biden became mentally impaired.
And if you think about it, only a mentally disabled person could have allowed this to happen to our country. She was,
A bit of
she was born that
projection
way.
there, Donnie.
A lot of projections,
She
73.
was born that
45,
way.
73.
Are you kidding me, you disgusting pile of fucking shit?
How many more? I mean, we keep thinking there are no more groups for him to beat on. And then, boom, he comes up with another one. So anybody who has any kind of mental impairment, any kind of like birth defect, anything like that, is under that umbrella. And this asshole
been like,
just
yeah.
said, fuck y'all.
He's done this all his life. It comes quite natural to him.
Oh, exactly. And that's why I'm saying I'm trying to think of who else can he be rude to? Who else can he be awful to?
I think he's covered the
group-wise.
spectrum.
I thought so too until he did this.
He came down the escalator and said Mexicans are rapists and murderers and thugs. Then he did a Muslim
Immediately.
ban. And
But some of them are nice.
I mean, he's gone after every demographic, the LGBTQ community, women,
Right.
Venezuelans, Haitians, like literally even people who live in Hawaii. You want to go back to birther? You know what I mean? Oh, you can't be a president because you don't have a birth certificate from the States, but you have it from a Pacific.
From the mainland? What the fuck?
Alyosha says, any more projection and Trump is a 15-screen theater.
Same calling the president of Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about him like throwing paper towel at Puerto
Yeah.
Ricans, wanting to nuke a
Yeah.
hurricane? Now he's down in Georgia where he made people build a little brick wall in front of him.
Oh, that was
It's
ridiculous.
the only wall he's ever built.
Yeah, right?
Or had built, and Mexico didn't fucking do it.
Nope.
Taking away helpers that are needed for a hurricane and for survival, and because he wants to go down there and act like a fucking president.
No, he wants to go down there and act like a fucking asshole because that's all he knows how to do.
Well, even the fucking governor or whatever, Mr. President, he's not. I'm screaming, he's not
Yeah,
the fucking president. I'm like screaming, like so mad.
I say that a lot.
He's, yeah, I feel about him.
You know, if they have to call him anything, just call him former president if he
There you
insists
go.
on being called president. Because in his mind somewhere, he still thinks he's the president.
Right.
And so does his cult.
Out that the 950.
Now you got this fucking nightmare of this fucking asshole. I seriously, I'm having a hard time, you guys. Like, really. He's calling for violence right here.
Yeah.
Absolute straight up fucking violence. Ready?
Yep.
Out that the 950 is a misnomer because you can steal whatever you want, you can go way above. But you'd see, originally you saw kids walk in with calculators. They were calculating. They didn't want to go over the $950. They're standing with calculators, adding it up. You know, these are smart people. They're not so stupid, but they have to be taught. Now, if you had one really violent day, like a guy like Mike Kelly, put him in charge, Congressman Kelly, put him in charge for one day. Mike, would you say, he's right here, he's a great congressman. Would you say, Mike, that if you were in charge, you would say, oh, please, don't touch them, don't touch them. Let them rob your store. All these stores go out of business, right? They don't pay rent. The city doesn't have money. It's a chain of events. It's so bad.
one rough hour, and I mean real rough, the word will get out and it will end immediately. End immediately. You know, it'll end immediately.
What the fuck? What the fuck does that mean?
I
What will end? Democracy?
everything we hold dear. We already know this. He's just telling everybody
Yeah.
everything.
He's so
he's gonna do.
surefire that everything they've put in place is going to work.
Right.
But Donnie's been wrong his whole life.
Yeah, but I'm terrified at the time that he is right. You know.
I'm terrified. He's got so many people manipulated on his side of the aisle that they will do anything to keep him in power because they need him to exonerate them. You look at all these motherfuckers. This guy kills a dog with a shovel. You got Kristi Noem shooting dogs, goats, horses, whatever. You got fucking, where did fucking moms go? I don't know. You got RFK Jr. RFK Jr. fucking with the bear and barbecuing a dog and the whale head, and I like, and you've got
brainworm.
all these Republicans, you know, how about that evangelical dude and his wife, and she was fucking the pool boy and he was jerking off in the corner. You know what I mean? Like, these are the people who are telling you how to be moral and live your life. And they want power over you. None of it adds up. Like, it's Earth 2 fighting against Earth 1. I feel like we are in here's Mom's, but coming back. You know, it's Earth 1 in a war against Earth 2 for reality.
Sorry, somehow I booted myself.
I'm kicking my own ass.
Yeah, no.
And we're fighting for the time-space continuum to stay on the correct path.
Yeah.
All right. Where's the doctor when you need him?
All right, hold on.
We're doing a hell of a
Super
job,
Saint.
and that's all I got to say about that. And you know, I have the momentum that I feel.
Hi, Super Saint. Hold on.
Between shows is building, and it's not only that I can feel it; I can see it.
Yeah,
I can see it.
I'm so excited, and we all have to stay excited. We've got another month to get through this, to the election, and we can't get tired now. We can't give up.
Deep breath.
A month ain't shit.
Deep breath, everyone. Super Saint, thank you for calling in. How you doing, honey?
I'm doing okay. How are y'all doing?
Good, good.
Deep breath.
Hey,
Just remember to breathe. I was going to ask y'all if y'all have been paying attention to the Georgia elections, what they're doing, and they have a court case that's going right now that they're trying to change the rules with the election officials and how they certify the election. Have y'all heard about that case?
Well, they're doing shit like that all over the country. It's
All
really
over.
hard
I know.
to follow just one.
That's what makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Mark Elias
All that.
is on this.
I know
with
he's
his
on the
fucking
case,
magnificent team of attorneys.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I've
I
got
love
a
him
short
so
sum
much.
up on that too.
He's winning cases
Democracy
left and
docket.
fucking right. So
Yes, definitely
Yay,
get
Mark.
Democracy Docket. Democracy Docket. He keeps everyone abreast of what's going on. And you can get his mail or email every day. But I also wanted to say, isn't it about time we play the song FDT?
Are you
know.
jonesing? Are you jonesing all ready to hear it?
Yes, I am after what he just said. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say.
Fuck
We should
Donald
play.
Trump. Fuck
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck
That's my
Donald
favorite
Trump.
song.
Fuck
I
Donald Trump.
I just saw the a video
Fuck
of the
Donald
whole
Trump.
thing. I don't know if I can play it.
Fuck
I
Donald
might get
Trump.
dinged.
Oh,
I don't
right.
know. I might get
Yeah,
dinged,
I love
though.
that song.
I know. It isn't like it is an earworm that like never stops for me. I'm like, oh, he said this. Fuck Donald Trump.
Yes, I love it.
Fuck. Guy's such an asshole.
My neighbor, I was talking this morning about the new crimes that Trump is doing, and about the watches. And I asked him, I said, "So, are you going to get $1,000 fake watch?"
No, it's $100,000.
Yes, $100,000.
Yeah.
And I mentioned what Charlie Sheen said about the cufflinks that he got during his when he was getting married, and how he had them appraised, and that they were fake. And I was talking, and I started singing the "Eat the Dogs, Eat the Cats," you know that song.
Yeah.
And he started walking away, and he said, "Well, you know they actually are doing that." And I said, "No, they're not." The mayor even came out and said that that's not true. But I just wanted you to know that, you know, there are people that really think that this stuff is going on. It's just insane that he walked away before I could tell him that they dismissed this information. It's not happening. But he walked away so fast I couldn't, you know, get on my phone.
I don't think you could have
prove it.
convinced him anyway. People get sucked into
Are
that
getting
kind of
hurt.
thing if they're in a certain state of mind and they're searching for
Yes.
something. And that's
And the-
why people end up in cults, because the people who draw you in when you are in a bad state of mind know the exact things to say to you to get you in the cult.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
and
this-
we already. So, I'm sorry, Super Saint, but we already covered this. That when you're
Yes.
MAGA, it gives you an identity. These people had no identity
It does.
before. They weren't getting any attention. They may have
Right.
lost their family members, but they've gained all these friends who are as Looney Tunes as they are.
Yeah.
And by the way,
Right.
this one's just for you. Here's another drop just for you.
Oh, thank you.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dog.
Come here, Clementine.
I love it. They made such fun of it. They made such fun of it. It's
Such a
great.
good vibe.
Yeah,
I love it.
immediately made fun of it.
Thank y'all
Yes,
so
it
much.
exploded all over YouTube.
hmm
I love you guys.
Love
That's-
you
And
too,
what's sad
honey.
about
That's
that
so
is
more
that
the
this
newer thing where
gentleman
they
is
make
so sweet,
songs
and he
about
has
stuff rather
Asperger's.
than memes.
You know,
I'm sorry, Super Saint.
Super Saint, say that
this
again.
gentleman has Asperger's. This gentleman has Asperger's, and he's so sweet. And I really love him. He's so sweet, and it just makes me sad that he believes that. You know,
Right, yeah.
because he's a good guy.
Right.
But you know,
Yeah.
so I really want to set him straight.
Good
that,
guys
you know,
don't hang out with Nazis. You should tell them that.
Yeah, but he's isolated, you know, so it makes me sad that he actually thinks that that's happening. But but I don't want to take up any more of your time, but I just wanted to share that. But
Thanks
I
for
love you guys so
calling,
much.
Super Saint.
And
Love
thank
you,
you
honey.
for playing
Bye,
those
honey.
too. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Oh,
Yeah. We make it a
Yeah.
fucking rule to play Fuck Donald Trump at least one time per show. That's been
Yeah,
kind of
but
a rule.
Has that been the earliest it's been played, though?
yeah, I think so.
I can't remember. Yeah.
As soon as it came out,
You're gonna have to
it's
start
like,
next show with it.
yeah. So
Oh
it's
my
been
God.
a new kind of rule, and now eat the dogs, eat the cats. The thing is, it's like, you know, it's a minute long. I don't have that much time.
There's a couple of different ones out there. A couple of different people have remixed it. So, and
a couple
they're all very good.
100,000.
Yeah, they're all very, very good. There's so many talented people out there, really.
So Ruth Ben-Gia said, I studied dictators, and this chills me, given all the comments in the past about executing people and shooting looters, and his admiration for leaders specialized in mass repression. It's not hard to imagine what one really violent day would mean. He's literally a stochastic terrorist. We have to keep calling him that. We have to keep calling him a rapist. Oh, and we get dinged for that. We can't call him a rapist. We might get dinged. Fuck you.
He's a sexual assaulter.
Yeah. Born this way. And then there was the thing about the fly. There was a fly on his podium, and he fucking had a fucking breakdown. All because the immigrants are here, that we have I have a fly on my stage.
How'd this fly get in here? He's
in
out
Wisconsin.
fucking side.
And I'm like, if a fly can set him off.
Yeah. Hello.
We're in deep shit. Mom's gotta stop cutting out.
Aw.
Moms, why do you keep leaving?
I put on my do not disturb. I think something is like breaking through.
Oh.
So I just put the do not disturb on, and here we are. If I came on so quick, I didn't set anything up. So
when you shut off your camera, it kicks you off the stream.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jupiter Judy says, I'm concerned about militias, 21st century suffragettes. What do you think? I'll tell you what. We have a lot of militias here in Michigan. It's like the militia capital of the world.
Mississippi's close behind.
We still have all the beautiful women that are fucking running our state. So they are a small percentage of the people who want democracy and shit to get, like, I remember Gretchen Whitmer going, we need to fix the damn roads. That wasn't in her ad. We need to fix the damn roads once and for all.
I think I remember hearing that, yes.
And because for years, all the Republicans have spent all this money trying to fix the damn roads, but what they did is they lined their fucking pockets and never did a fucking thing and never fixed the roads.
Mm-hmm.
And so now she's doing it, and it's doing it the real way, not Band-Aids on a big problem. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So in Michigan,
North Carolina should be glad that Pete Buttigieg is in charge of things right now, because all those roads that are gone should get repaired fairly quickly. So glad of that.
There is so much damage throughout the South from this hurricane. It's not even funny. There are people that are suffering. There are people who are trying to go help, and they're being blocked from doing that. I mean, and they're being blocked by the fucking sheriff.
As a disaster relief, actually a professional, hate to pull the professional card. A lot of times that is really because of safety.
Listen, this cat had a helicopter, and he was going to drop supplies. He didn't even have to touch the ground. Just kick shit out for the people down below.
Well,
they have no food. They have no water. And the sheriff said no.
That I can't explain. You see, what I would do is...
he's a Republican. The sheriff's a Republican. He doesn't want these people to get aid.
Right. Here's the thing. It's better to beg forgiveness than to ask permission. You've heard that before?
Yep.
I'd fucking drop it and call it a day and let them... Don't put me in the news pen. Let's see that on the news,
We have friends in Asheville. Tony contacted our friend, and he said it is like Hurricane Katrina here. There's been so much water dumped in Asheville, North Carolina. If you guys look at a fucking map and look where fucking Asheville is, it's not on the coast.
And it's like wiped off the map.
There's so many places that are just leveled.
I really did not expect. I mean, they always, it's like Chicken Little. They always make sure that you are at the height of anxiety for a reason. But I honestly did not think that this storm was going to be as bad as it is.
No, neither
Was.
did I.
You
Neither
know,
did
and then
I.
I started seeing the damage reports, and I was like, "Oh, Jesus!"
I didn't know it was going to carry for so long and have so much water.
I'm actually shocked at the low amount of deaths. I know that number, it feels high, but it's
For as many places that were leveled and homes destroyed.
exactly.
Yeah, but they're still searching. I know in
Jupiter
where
Judy.
the hell is it? They're still missing a block of like 600 people that
Yeah.
they can't find.
Jupiter
Well, I know
Judy.
that one. Sorry,
Jupiter Judy.
that one poor woman. She watched as she got caught in a limb, and watched as her family got carried away
Swept
with
away.
the water, and they have no idea what happened to them. So, her 6-year-old son and her parents.
Yep, I have a story. I have a video about that. Jupiter Judy,
Yeah.
thank you for calling in. What's going on, honey?
Well,
I'm
you all
sorry,
say
Judy.
you
I'm not
didn't
hearing the
expect-
ringtones like I usually do, so I apologize.
Me either.
Okay. You didn't expect that type of storm surge. Well, I did, because the Gulf Coast is so shallow. And when you've
Sure.
got that water coming up, there's nothing to stop it. There's no big forest. There's nothing. And even the forest that is there is not the type of heavy duty forest in the north. It's live oak
Sure.
and you know,
Everything's
and
in
that
sand,
type of
so
stuff.
nothing is permanent.
I thought it was going to go up through Atlanta, and that was it. So it went much further than I thought. But I could see it because the last couple of years, when we've had storms coming off of the Gulf, and Orlando totally flooded, all those areas totally flooded. So it made sense to me what happened there. But no, not all the way up to the Carolinas and shit. That's just insane.
Right.
And I saw a quick
Right.
video this morning of some people, literally, they had like a 4x4 stretching across probably 10 or 15 feet. It had to be 10 feet. Any longer, it probably would have sagged. And they were one at a time walking across that to get to where they wanted to go because the bridge was gone. In other words, they had laid this down and tamped it down on each side of the bridge abutment that was left.
Sadly, these kind of things test our ingenuity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, we find out what we're
And-
capable of during these storms, and you know, having
massive.
been through so many, living here for 35 years in Florida, and also working in different areas that had been hit by storms when I was with the Disaster Relief Foundation. The things that I have seen, tragic.
Look at how big that storm is,
You
you
never know
guys.
what it's like until you go through it. We've had 2 hurricanes come right over our house. And
Yes, ma'am.
every house within a couple of miles had blue tarps on it for like a year and a half until everybody's roof.
Oh yeah,
got
I
rebuilt.
remember that. We were the Blue Tarp Nation.
Yeah, can you see the screen,
Yeah.
you guys? Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You see
Okay,
how
I'll go,
big that?
Diane.
Hold on. I just want to.
Okay.
You see how big that storm is? Look at
That's
how
what
big
I thought it was gonna
it's as
dump
big as
more.
the state of Florida, and look at all the wetness, all the rain that was, before it hit. You see all that rain?
Mm-hmm.
That is all rain. This is all rain. When you live in Florida, you realize how deadly, serious hurricanes are.
And boy, if
I
you're on the
went
dirty
through-
end of the storm,
I went through Hurricane Wilma. It was
Yeah.
nothing in comparison. It was like a category 1. And as soon as it
Right.
hit land, it went to a tropical storm. It was 80, 90 mile an hour sustained winds with gusts up to 120. And I was shitting myself. I mean, literally, I was like ready to take the cats and the dog and my guitars and get the fuck out of Dodge. And I told Tony, I said, if this ever happens again, I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm packing up the fucking car and I'm driving north. That's it. I'm never
I
going to
spent
go through that
many
shit
a night
again.
in the bathtub with the animals.
I was never going to go through that fucking shit again, ever,
Yes,
ever,
nerve-wracking.
ever. And it
it
wasn't
is, but-
even that bad of a hurricane.
Right.
Something else you need to
Well, you know,
realize
it's all a
about the
matter of
coast
your
up there
tolerance,
is a
too.
lot of
I
those
mean,
All right,
homes
it's
right on
fucking
the
scary.
Hold
coast.
on, moms. Hold on. I know you can't hear Judy. So, Judy, please go ahead.
A lot of those homes up on the coast there, they're built at low levels. Many of them are older, like they're like summer homes for people. And over the years,
Cabins.
they've repaired them and done what they needed to upgrade them and everything. But because of the low level, that's why you end up with so much destruction. And so when you see afterwards, you'll see a house here or there on stilts. Well, those are the people that learned before the storm came.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Same thing on Sanibel Island when, a huge storm came there ages ago, and then everything had to be built up on stilts. And ever
Right.
since then, all the houses that were on Sanibel were built up on stilts. But then you have, what was that hurricane that came in, 2 years ago now? And Fort Myers and Sanibel are still not
Yeah.
the
Oh,
same.
yeah. Ian.
Yeah. Ian, that's
Was
the
it
one.
Hurricane Ian? Yeah. Okay.
That's
yeah.
the bastard.
So
They'll never be able to repair all that because it's just not possible.
Well, Judy,
There's
thank
nothing
you.
left to repair.
I want to play this video, Judy, and I can't
Exactly.
do it while you're on the phone, love. So thank you so
Okay.
much for calling in. Love you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Judy.
All right, so this. People got to stop thinking so much about themselves and start thinking about others. And moms, this touched on what you were talking about. And, Tizzy, whatever his name is, Tizzy,
Michael, but Tizzy
Entertainer,
Tizzy
yeah.
Entertainment.
I love this guy. All right, so bear with me, you guys. Here we go.
If you were even a halfway decent human being, what I'm about to show you is going to enrage you.
We booked a mountain vacation not knowing that a hurricane was going to come and destroy the little town that we're supposed to be going to, and we cannot be refunded. We are still expected to go on this trip, not knowing if there's damage to the property, not knowing if the place is even accessible, not knowing if surrounding events and attractions are going to be up and running. But let me tell you, if you've been following like I have and I live in North Carolina, just the eastern part of it, then you know as well as I do, nothing's going to be open and running. I mean, even if it is, it's still not going to be the same. You pay X amount of dollars to go on a vacation with friends or with family. You expect to have a vacation, not try to figure out your way around barricades, not worrying about what's going to be open, what's not going to be open. I mean, hell, most of the time we're just going to worry about what's in our price range.
Looks like I'm going to lose my deposit and I don't get to have my vacation. Seriously? And you're from North Carolina? Meanwhile, you could be experiencing this. See this image? See that picture right there? This woman got sent this picture by her sister. That's a picture taken by her sister of her mom.
By the way, it says Jessica's post. Update. My parents and nephew drowned because the roof collapsed. My sister got wedged between something. She was rescued an hour later. I cannot convey in words the sorrow, heartbreak, and devastation my sisters and I are going through, nor imagine the pain before us. Please lift my sister who has lost her son up in prayers, and my other sister and myself as well. Come together, somehow comfort her, and get through each moment banded together. She is alone without a means to communicate, and we don't know when we will get to her. The image I focus on every time I imagine that moment is how. This is a picture taken of her sister. See these people on the roof. All right?
Mom and her dad and her 6-year-old nephew was also on that roof. Shortly after that picture was taken and sent, the roof collapsed and dunked them all into the water. Her sister got wedged against something and didn't get swept away in the current and had to watch her mother and her father and her 6-year-old son be taken and drowned. People are dead. Homes lost. Cars lost. Clothing. Pets. Keepsakes. Photo albums. Memories gone. Property gone. Billions and billions in damage. Businesses. Roads. Bridges. Historical monuments and landmarks. Gone forever. And the concern is, my vacation's ruined. Let me just say this. I don't want anyone seeking her out to tell her off. Be pissed off. Be angry. Use that for something good. There's going to be like links and how we can help. There's going to be stuff that comes out. Anything that I see that makes sense, I will share. Invest that anger and that energy in helping the people who've been devastated. And let people like that just rot from the inside. If you were even a halfway decent human being.
Disgusting. That's the type of people we have now, though. That they're all allowed to be this way. There are no social norms anymore.
Fuck your vacation. Fuck your deposit. Yeah, the building probably isn't there, bitch. So where you gonna stay? You think you're gonna get your deposit back? You know what? You should donate double your deposit to the people who actually rented to you because they're fucked.
Yeah, I'm sure they've lost damn near everything, if not everything.
And you don't fucking care.
Brigade.
We have become, these Republicans have become a society of people who don't give a fuck about anybody else but themselves.
Right.
Jupiter Judy says over 400 missing, over 120 dead. Big Steph fan says, I heard it was up to 130 people. This is a devastating...
Well, one can assume that all of the missing are in fact dead. We just haven't found the bodies yet.
Or because there's no communication and they're out of communication, nobody knows where they are, and that could be, our friend Spykin R in South Carolina, but she's at the northern part of South Carolina. She's close to Asheville, like an hour or two away. She had 2 down trees in her yard. She's got no fucking power since the storm hit. That's a week now. And 5 days, yes, I think. And so, and she sent us a picture. I don't know where to find it. Tony's on here, but she sent us a picture of a tree that fell on a deer.
Yeah.
Killed the deer. The tree is broken in half. Just like fucking, nobody gets through this unscathed. Even rich people.
Right.
You rich people think, climate change is a hoax. Really? You got a hurricane the size of Florida and you think it's a hoax? Do you remember how big hurricanes used to be?
Because you could throw a snowball in the Senate.
Hurricanes used to be the size of Wilma. The one I went through. Now they're fucking billion-dollar devastating fuck you factories that just go
right. I mean, they used to be all around 2s, 3s, and you'd have those occasional killer storms. Now it's like, holy crap, we have so many of those. It's insane. It's insane.
And there's storms building again right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we're on an alert already.
And Donald Trump goes, nobody expected this. Nobody knew it was coming. Nobody expected. How about October? You are in the height of fucking hurricane season.
Mm-hmm.
Really, the height is September, but it's October 1st. Okay, but you know what I'm saying? It's like you're still in hurricane season,
right?
And I don't know. I mean, we've even seen hurricanes pop up. Remember that
After
hurricane
season.
that came? It was like really weird one, and it was like, I don't know, did it pop up in New York or something? And it was during off season, and I don't know. I can't remember, but there's been so many.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name.
Yeah, it's just like, school shootings and hurricanes and their damage.
Mm-hmm.
We can't now we're losing track of the billions and billions and billions of dollars of damages, but let that oil money flow into your fucking Republican pockets, you cocksuckers.
Does anybody recall Donnie calling Helene a little hurricane? Oh, it's just a little hurricane.
Listen, understand. And for those of you who don't know, and I think all of the listeners here know, in Project 2025, they want to get rid of NOAA. And NOAA is who lets you know when all this shit is going to come and bust your house up. So
can you imagine?
What is the point? I don't understand. There are certain things I can understand that they'd want to control, like education. I'm not saying it's right what they're doing, please. But there's certain things you want to control, like education, if you want to control the masses, right? But
it's all because of Sharpie Gate.
Disaster?
It's because of Sharpie Gate. Because his fucking ego was bruised. Because they said, no, it's not going to Alabama. And he took a fucking Sharpie and drew on a fucking map and said, oh, yeah, it's going to hit out. No, it's not. And then they even changed their own. They're all like, well, yeah, maybe it's a 1% chance it'll hit Alabama. But really? You're going to cater to this cocksucker who knows jack all about fuck all?
Mm-hmm.
They want to take out, Project 2025 wants to take out every fucking safety net that we have.
Yeah.
Right.
Every single one.
Mm-hmm.
What was
It's
it about
terrifying.
Noah? I think I have it in my note. I know I have it in my notes because I read it to you guys the other day. It's just that it's 30 things in 3 pages, and I'd have to scan it. What he said about Noah. Yeah, they want to dismantle it, just like the Department of Education and the FBI and the CIA. Yeah, because they're all criminals.
I didn't think about him being butthurt about the Sharpie Gate.
He's butthurt because they said, no, the hurricane's not going to Alabama. And he did a little fucking Sharpie.
Oh, yes, it is, because I said so.
How is it that we have, I don't mean we personally,
catered,
have allowed this moron to be anywhere near the Oval Office? I just can't wrap my brain around it.
People got very complacent, Moms.
Yep.
People stopped voting. People are so busy.
Yeah. Well, you heard that in New York, this whole Eric Adams thing, that Maya Wiley, when she ran against him, could have won, except that only 20% of the voters came out and voted. It's all about turnout. We got to get people off their ass, and at least do it by mail. If you're super lazy like me, do it by mail.
This is what this lady says about. Just check this out. It goes right to what you were saying, Moms.
So, as a Canadian, we have our own political shit show, which, whatever. But the Americans, I honestly feel like the whole Donald Trump thing, it's almost like, when you watch that show, What Would You Do? And his behavior is so irrational and so unreal, and he's so incredibly stupid that, it's like, when is somebody going to step in, someone with a brain, and put this man away somewhere? I just think the rest of the world is watching, wondering, what the fuck is wrong with America? I can't imagine any other country in the world where someone could do and say the shit that he says and run for fucking president. And then people support him. As someone that lives in another country, I'm appalled, and sadly, I'm not even surprised anymore. There's school shootings every fucking day. Every day in the U.S. If I was American, I wouldn't send my kids to school. I'd be figuring out a way to homeschool them. But you can't, because you have no health insurance. Everything is ridiculously expensive. It's here in Canada too. But at least we have maternity leave and medical. All of those things. Americans don't even have that. They're going back to work when they have a 2-week-old baby. We get paid to stay home for a year, 12 months. 12 months. At what point is America going to wake up and realize they are basically living in a fucking third world country? I don't know. It's like, when is the rest of the world going to wake up from this nightmare that is the United States having a piece of human garbage like Donald Trump wanting to run their country? He can't even vote, but he can be president? Where's the fucking common sense in that? Anyway, one Canadian's opinion.
Oh, but I love you, Canadian.
Notice nobody took her camo away.
And guess
Yeah, no
what?
shit.
No. Like what she said there. Also, she failed to say because of Republicans. Because of Republicans, this is where we are. Because they didn't stand up to fucking that piece of shit when they had the fucking chance. If they had all collectively come against him, he wouldn't have been able to fucking get this far. But instead, they catered to him one by one, chip by chip, chipping away at our democracy for the last 40 fucking 50 years, chipping away at education, chipping away at the separation of church and state. We've been watching it. It's been out of our power because, they have all these super PACs. I saw this dude on this morning. Kamala's out funding everything except with super PACs. Super PACs are where Republicans get all their fucking money. And it's all dirty fucking money because of the Supreme Court fucking getting rid of that fucking rule. What was the rule? Citizens United?
Citizens United.
Or
Citizens United, yeah. That's it, Citizens United.
Now I'm getting all of those things confused because I can't remember everything. Jeez.
And we have to reinstate the fairness doctrine so we can get the fuck rid of Fox and AON.
And that was Reagan.
Newsmax.
That was Reagan.
Yeah, I know.
That.
Same time.
I know. I was there.
No more foreign money.
Remember how pissed I was.
No more foreign money in politics. Stargal 46. Right. Yep. I'm 100%. Sick of it. We're sick of it. I mean,
our vote's supposed to mean something, and it doesn't because of all this fuckery.
That's not true, Mom. And we're going to prove that.
I didn't mean. Well, let me readdress that. It feels like it doesn't matter, because there's this big ball you're trying to push up a hill, and there's nobody there helping you. But if you turn your head for a second,
Sisyphus.
There's a whole fucking line of us waiting. You know what I mean? Yep. To help push it.
I know. I'm mentally exhausted from talking to people about this shit, but I yielded 200 non-voters since March, so I'm quite pleased with myself. But
that's fantastic.
I just hope that I can get out of this routine of talking to people about it when it's all fucking said.
Well, soon I hope. And for those of you who don't think that you can do that you can just randomly talk to people, I was telling the ladies
think again.
ALIOSHE. Yes, yesterday I was having a DEXA scan because that's what old ladies do, having our bones checked. And from the minute I stepped in the door with those girls till the minute I left, I did nothing but talk about Project 2025 and making sure that they're registered. And I just filled the entire time. I made them laugh too, because I threw a couple of jokes in there just to keep them going. But it can be done. Even during a friggin' medical procedure, you can do it.
Yeah.
Allie Osher, thank you for calling in. How's it going, honey?
Hey, everybody.
Oh, hi, Allie.
So I put in the Twitch chat. Citizens United is a conservative 501c4 nonprofit organization founded in 1988. In 2010, the organization won a U.S. Supreme Court case known as Citizens United versus FEC, which struck down as unconstitutional a federal law prohibiting corporations and unions from making expenditures in connection with federal elections.
Right.
So that's about as short, almost as short as I can put it.
Yeah.
So
and it completely fucked our elections. Completely.
I'll be right back, honey. Be right
Well,
back.
I mean, right. So we saw the 2 documentaries of Lev Parnas, even though he's trying to make amends for being Trump's buddy and all those, $1,000 dinners that Trump had funded through LLCs and Russia with LLCs, and then he has the nerve. Trump has the nerve, enough projection for a whole cinema chain in America and England to say that everybody else is sick and stupid. That's rich coming from him.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, he has everybody else around him who is pretty much a convicted felon, and he's a felon, but he pretends it doesn't happen. More projection, more denial, and then on top of
He's
that,
innocent.
the flood. Yeah, and then on top of that, there's a flood, and he goes down there and tries to pretend he's president. And I wanted somebody to come up to him and say, "Enough! There's people dying. Shut the F up for once and go away." But nobody has the guts to tell him, "Shut up for
no
even
business
3
being
months."
where he was.
No.
Yeah.
And Alyosha, all he did was take resources away from people who actually needed help to fucking to secure him and build his
and
little.
then use the
wait, hold on.
bricks
And
from
hold
their
on,
own
hold
buildings.
On, hold on. And build his pretend little fucking brick wall in front of his little podium. You fucking pretend little fucking dictator. Oh my God, it made me so fucking angry.
Yeah,
It's
no, but I mean, I
disgusting.
wanted somebody to say to him, "Okay, now that you're wasting time praising yourself and pretending you're president, where's the $1 million check, sucker?"
Yeah.
That's what I at least wanted somebody to say that to him. But of course, he's still president in his mind, and the Republicans don't know to tell him, "Shut up."
Well, the
go away.
Republicans
We
there,
need somebody else."
Alyosha, the Republicans there were calling him Mr. President.
Right.
They should have
And
said.
they prayed for him. They fucking prayed for him.
Right.
And those words of God came out of his disgusting mouth. As a pastor, I'm offended. Just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm offended too.
That's not a
And like I
pastor,
said,
that's a
people are dying while
propagandist.
he's praising his
Yes.
himself again.
It's a fucking charlatan. It's a grifter, like most pastors.
Yeah, snake oil salesmen and I'm obviously not your typical pastor. I'm what they consider a street pastor. I talk to people in real words and real situations to explain to them good, bad, and otherwise,
No, but I mean, did we see anybody on the news saying, "Why is he doing this? There are people dying and hurting." Nobody said. No news said anything. What
They're
is the matter with this
normalizing him.
country?
They're sane washing him and normalizing him. They've been doing it for a decade.
You want to stop? You want to stop them normalizing him? Cut the cable.
Well, yeah.
Ellie, thank you for calling in.
Don't give them a platform. Cut the fucking cable.
Exactly.
Thanks for calling in, Ellie.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
All right, later.
Get me started.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
For him
You
to go down there.
You can't keep sticking your hand in a hornet's nest and then be surprised that you get stung. And that's what cable television is. It's there to divide people. It's there to fucking assist Donald Trump in taking our country over. That's what it's doing. That's their function now. They're all owned by right-wing billionaires. $50 billion a year for subscribers, from subscribers to billionaires.
So
they don't have to do anything. They could live off the fucking cable money alone.
I don't know if you guys caught last night's Rachel Maddow, but she did a great opening segment. I can't play it because I'll get dinged.
Right.
But she did a great opening on J.D. Vance, and at one point he said, quote, "Install political religion. Rip out disgusting leadership class like a tumor. And install political religion.
A little theocracy in our democracy. We just mix it up a little bit.
You know.
No, thank you.
One of the biggest things with our founding fathers was separation of church and state. We
Absolutely.
didn't want the church. That's why they committed genocide on 2 fucking peoples to start this fucking country. It's because they wanted separation of church and state. And now you got these motherfuckers coming back all of a sudden going, oh yeah, we want a fucking religious theocracy. We're Christian nationalists and we think white men should rule everything. Negative. Right.
It's disgraceful.
Well, and how about this one? Do you think I'll get dinged for playing politics girl?
Politics girl, I don't think so, but put it up a little bit so that it's really not
that long. Speed. This is so good, and I was like, it makes me physically ill that we are still here. We're still same fucking place, same fucking rhetoric.
Yep. Personally, I'm sick of the perpetual conversation about women in this nation. What is a woman? What are we good for? What rights do we get? Are we innately worthy or worth less? So far in this election season, we have been told that Kamala Harris was an idiot who slept her way to the top, then a master manipulator who single-handedly wrecked the country and ran it into the ground, untrustworthy and annoying because she laughs, less than because she isn't a mother, and when we pointed out she was a stepmother, of less value because she hadn't actually given birth. We were told she only won the debate because her sorority sister was a moderator, that she was using an earpiece, that she had the questions ahead of time. Much like all the women who came before her, this idea that she might have just been smart and prepared didn't even enter into the conversation. Now we have her opponent calling her mentally disabled, and his running mate who clearly just hates women, doing an event with a well-known preacher who has been out there publicly calling her a witch, claiming she is using witchcraft to seduce the people. So we have gone through every female trope and name in the book, and we are back at witchcraft. Seriously, when is enough enough? When will women in this country just get the respect to simply be judged on our merits? Yeah. Why do we continue to have to fight this uphill battle against the perception of our sex with its ridiculous moving target of expectations? To be clear, I'm not voting for Kamala Harris in November because she's a woman. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because as a woman, I believe I'm safer and better off under her leadership, that she is the far better candidate and the country will thrive under her command. So join me in voting for the Harris Walls ticket this November, not only to break the glass ceiling, but to allow those shards to fall and sever the offensive and limited storylines of who and what a woman should be in American society. Because I am dead tired of it. And I can only imagine you are too.
Boom.
Woo!
That's when I need a drop the mic sound effects. Yeah.
Man.
We're back at witchcraft, ladies. How do you feel?
Listen, didn't that happen to somebody about 18 years ago, something like that? Some woman who was running for office. She was Republican, but there was some story about her being a witch. It really fucked her up back then. Now it's nothing. It's like, yeah.
Now she'd fit right in.
No, Mooney, it wasn't Michelle Bachmann. It was some Christine something.
It's really quite unbelievable that it's the same tropes. You know, we've seen this has been written in history books. We've seen it over and over again. How come we have to sleep our way? I mean, being in a rock band, for fuck's sake. I slept with every single time. Rumor was I slept with everybody in the band while I'm married. While my husband's at the gig supporting me and bringing gear in and out. Like, the rumors just spread and there's not much you can do. You know, as a woman, you're just like, fuck me, I'm over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you.
Yeah, we've all met up with some of that, whether it was a lot of it, but there's always some piece of that every
misogynistic bullshit.
Right.
And then it comes all back to Salem witch trials.
I was going to say, they've been thinking of new and improved ways to kill us since back in the Dark Ages.
Hey, guys in the audience, you think we're tired of this shit? You think we're tired of reading about this shit? You think we're tired of, how about women doing exceptional things like actually getting people to the moon and building bridges when bridges like that weren't built and all these exceptional things, but it's pushed down. Same thing with people of color, African Americans, all the exceptional things that they've done. That's the thing, is that mediocre white men get the leg up. We all get pushed down. Right. Then they fail. And even in Texas, what was it? Super Saint, this one's for you. Republicans in Texas have been in power since 1995. That's 27 years. All of their ads are saying, quote, vote for us so we can fix everything in Texas, when they've been in power for the last 27 years.
And have done nothing but make it into a fucking hellhole.
This is what I said. They fixed it, all right. They fixed it for themselves to line their own fucking pockets and fucked all the fucking people in Texas. That's how they fixed it.
True Republican style.
They don't fix jack motherfucking shit. Republicans only fix elections. They're only running to cheat. They're not running to win votes. They have no platform except a fucking dystopian fucking Project 2025 where, you know, we all go back to fucking 1850 and it's Handmaid's Tale and there is no rule of law and we are now a fucking theocratic fucking dictatorship. I mean, that's your choice. Oh, vote for the scary black lady or vote for a theocratic dictatorship. What do you guys want?
Yeah, white nationalists. Yeah, let's just throw some white nationalists in. I mean, we've got a couple in Congress, so might as well throw one up in the White House, too.
So here's another one that she put out recently, again, in the same genre. And, you know, I do love Politics Girl, and I hope I don't get dinged for playing her.
She's awesome. Well, stop it midway. We'll chat for a second, and then...
Vivek Ramaswamy was just on CNN complaining that the media likes to fact-check Trump all the time, yet it says nothing about Kamala's claims that women are bleeding out in parking lots because of abortion bans, because that's not happening. And then he said there is literally zero evidence of that happening. Now, we know Vivek is saying that because no woman bled to death in a parking lot, so that means it's not happening. But we have plenty of evidence of women waiting until they were bleeding to death to be treated. And while some did wait at home and some waited in the hospital, like poor Amber Nicole Thurman, who died last week in Georgia, a number of them waited in the parking lot. So that's what the VP is talking about, Vivek. But you know that. You also know that there's women like Candy Miller, who died because she was afraid to go to the hospital because of the current legislation on pregnancies and abortion. Her death, much like Amber's, was ruled completely preventable. So really, Vivek, you're going to say that no women are dying because of these bans because no woman actually died in the parking lot? Well, maybe we'd be better off talking about NBC reporting a dramatic rise in pregnant women dying in Texas after the abortion ban went into effect, going up 56% since 2019 compared to the rest of the country at 11%. Maybe we should discuss Louisiana doctors practicing hemorrhaging drills, since the drug that used to stop women from hemorrhaging is now considered a controlled substance and has to be behind lock and key. And they know that waiting on the drug while someone is bleeding out is going to kill people. But maybe those deaths would matter more to you if we just wheeled that gurney out to the parking lot. What is happening in this country is literally obscene. Women are now begging to be seen as they suffer and die across the country because Republicans and people like Vivek are going on TV saying, prove it. Prove you're struggling. Prove there are deaths. When we have more than enough proof of it every single day in America. So I'm sick of explaining this and hoping this issue will be taken seriously. And I'm with VP Harris when she says this.
And we know in America, freedom is not to be given. It is not to be bestowed. It is ours by right. It is ours by right. And that includes the fundamental freedom of a woman to be able to make decisions about her own body and not have her government telling her what to do.
Our freedom is ours by right. And every single time you play semantics with our pain and our death and our sorrow, you just remind us that you don't get it and you never will.
So that leads me to this.
Damn.
Another mic drop moment from her. That leads me to this. Georgia judge. Sorry, didn't write the name down. the Georgia judge who actually overturned what the state abortion rules and all this bullshit fuckery that they want to impose on the women of that state. Georgia judge, quote, "Women are not some piece of collectively owned community property, the disposition of which is decided by a majority vote. Forcing a woman to carry an unwanted and not yet viable fetus to term violates her constitutional rights to liberty and privacy," unquote. That should be number one, the end of discussion. Christian nationalists fucking have created this fucking problem when we've known it has existed, and the abortion pill and blah blah blah, and 50 years of fucking having the right, and then
been living it,
and women are dying now, and you motherfucking Republicans don't give two motherfucking shits about it. It tells you everything you need to know, everything.
It's been a slow motion coup against women for decades, literal decades. I remember hearing about abortion and issues like that when I was a teenager, and then seeing the struggles. And there were struggles in my own family and struggles then with my own health that the current laws would have had me dead, essentially. And it's, we can't go back to coat hangers and back outs. We can't do that kind of shit. We can't.
It's the 21st fucking century. We need to live in it.
Here's Miller, she wrote, "The next president could appoint as many as 3 new Supreme Court justices.
Yes.
That means abortion is on the ballot in all 50 states.
Mm-hmm. Too true. That's very true.
Abortion and any rights for anybody, people of color, LGBTQ, women, broad strokes. He says he wants to deport 15 to 20 million people, illegal aliens. He wants to throw out all these people out of the country. Well, how are you going to do that? He's already got funding for fucking concentration camps, and he fucking wants to put serial numbers on immigrants, tattoo people. Any of this sound fucking familiar?
Yeah. Listen.
It makes my head explode. And then you got the right.
Cis white men aren't even safe, though. I'm sorry.
You got the right saying that we are communists and that Democrats want to take all your guns away, and they want to control your life, and you want to ban books and put doctors in jail for providing health care. The fuck is wrong with you? Again, Earth One,
the
Earth
only
2,
person who's safe is Trump.
and white Christian men.
No, they're not even safe.
Well,
Because
not unless you're loyal. If you're loyal,
they don't
only
even have
if
to
you're
do
loyal.
anything wrong. If he just looks at him funny, he can have him hauled off.
Only if you're loyal. If you're loyal to Trump.
Yeah. If you say, Trump's dad looked bad today. Guess what? Gulag. Ask George Takei, excuse me.
Yeah.
He knows about concentration camps in our very United States of America. Because he and his family spent time in
a Japanese internment camp.
He wrote a book. It's
and a play. Yeah, a Japanese internment camp during World War II, and everything was taken from them. Yep.
Right. And he did a comic. I don't want to call it a comic. The word's not coming to me. And it's called, and I'm going to disappear for a second. Sorry. Because I have it right on the shelf. I just need to read it.
Okay, while you're talking, hold on.
They called us enemy.
Yeah.
They called us enemies. So if you guys ever get a chance to read it, please do.
So Jan Morgan goes, how many Republicans does it take to change a light bulb? None. Trump just tells them he fixed it, and they sit there in the dark and applaud.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's true. The emperor has no clothes. The guy is fucking declining fast.
Right.
Ramaswamy was just on.
I mean, just
CNN complaining
some
that
of
the
the
media
things
website
that he's
got
said
checked
at
out.
rallies lately have been just so remarkably insane. It's just out of his mind. He's out of his mind.
The slurring of the words, and let's see. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay.
The closer we get to the election, the worse he's going to get. And yes, Ellie, it is Jimmy Carter's 100th birthday. I was so hoping he would make it to that. Now all he's got to do is vote, and then he can go be with Rosalind. So
happy birthday to one of my most favorite presidents ever, Mr. Jimmy Carter.
He was a pretty cool dude.
Thank you for everything that you did for this country and continued to do until you could absolutely not do it any longer.
All he wanted to do was live
he
long
was
enough.
Physically out there in his 80s building these Habitat for Humanity houses.
All he wanted to do is live long enough to vote for Kamala, and I love him for at 100. He's our longest living, surviving president, and what a beautiful soul. And by the way, just a reminder, because of the hurricane, and everybody's kind of pointing this out, Jimmy Carter put solar panels on the White House, and as soon as Reagan got in, he ripped them down. Imagine if we had been 50 years in advance in history to fucking do something about our environment. But Republicans, what did they do? They kept cock blocking all of it to put that fucking oil money in their fucking pockets. They're all bought and paid for. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about America. They don't give two shits. If it's the United States of the country, United States of America, then how come each state has their own fucking law for abortion or banning books or fucking and how come all the blue states have to fund all the red states? Now you got the red states with their hand out going, we need federal funding because a hurricane just wiped us all out after we've been taking money from the oil, so now give us more money.
Go ask the oil company for some money.
Yeah, right.
Oil companies should be funding
this
fucking
They use
shit.
that coastline.
Yeah, not American tax dollars. Fuck you.
So somebody asked.
So I have this, kind of devastating video. It is 5 minutes long, but I think it needs. I saw this a long time ago, and I'm sorry that it's a really small screen, but the guy is just talking in his car, so it's really not about the visual.
Yeah,
it's about what he's. It's about what he's talking. It's about what he's saying, and maybe I just play the audio. I mean, fuck it. Can you guys hear it if I play it?
Asked me yesterday if I ever gave Donald.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Can everybody in the audience hear it? I don't know. Do I still have to share it? Maybe. So anyway, this is a story that I saw ages ago, and it's now just kind of resurfaced, right? Because, Elon Musk and all these motherfuckers, they... Just like how I can't find fuck the Christmas. I can't find her without hearing the word fuck. It's always bleeped out. So, which I've been looking for since it kind of happened, but it quickly disappeared from the internet, and it's hard to find unless somebody's got it saved to their fucking hard drive. Let me know and contact us at 21st Century Suffragettes at gmail.com, and please send it to us because we want it as a drop. So thank you very much, and I will move on. But anyway, this is this is, kind of heartbreaking, and I'll just share it like I normally do, just making sure that everybody can see and hear it. And I know it's a really small platform, but it used to be normal, but somebody save this so we get to hear it again, and thank you for doing so.
So somebody asked me yesterday if I ever gave Donald Trump a chance. And I said no. But you have to understand why. The reason why I didn't give Donald Trump a chance is because I own a company that works with a lot of contractors. Do estimates and whatnot for contractors. A lot of other support for other folks in the industry, but that's enough said. Anyway, what happened was a buddy of mine that was a contractor up in New Jersey called me up one day and said, hey man, I got this opportunity to do this business with Trump. And it's huge. And I think I'm going to do it. And I said, well, I get that you're going to do it, but it might be in your best interest to think that through, because, the honest truth is that dog bites. And he said, yeah, I understand, but I'm going to write a tight contract and blah, 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 So he takes the gig. And he tells me later he's having a little bit of problems getting paid. Fast forward 3.5 years. He still hasn't been paid his $3.5 million. He's been worn down pretty awfully. And Trump's attorneys said that they would pay him $1.2 million. And that was it. He took the $1.2 million. The day that showed up as certified funds, he took the title to every truck he owned. He owned a pretty decent sized company. He took a bill of sale for a bunch of other equipment, generators, arc welders, all kinds of stuff. Ladders, you name it. Chip crane. He went to another place and he sold all of that and walked out with certified funds. He went to the bank. He deposited those funds into the bank. Then he gave a list of amounts and people and companies that he needed to cut checks to. And they cut certified funds to all those individuals. He took those checks, he went down to the post office, he individually sent every one of them out by express mail. And then he went home and he blew his brains out. He blew his brains out because Donald Trump decided to take advantage of the little guy. And he couldn't handle the failure. Fast forward a couple of years later, a friend of mine who is a professional photographer picked up a job for $120,000 from Trump to take pictures of his property. 3 months after it was done, he couldn't get paid. He ended up having to file a lawsuit, and only after the lawsuit was he paid. He still had to spend about $12,000 in legal fees, so he pretty much had to take a pretty big haircut. And another friend I have down in Boca had a father who was in the dry cleaning business. And years ago, he did dry cleaning work for Donald Trump. And Donald Trump never paid him. And he just about lost his business. And he did lose his spirit. And he was never the same. So when you ask me if I'm ever going to give Donald Trump a fair shake, no. Because he didn't give anybody else a fair shake. He has no moral barometer. And you can tell that truth that I just told you. That's true pain that I'm talking about. People I know are new. You can tell that to people in the Trump cult. And it's like they can't even hear you.
Oh, God. And I know that story, and no matter how many times I hear it, it makes me want to cry.
3 of his associates. Benny, you're muted. Benny, you're muted. Go ahead, honey.
This is only one man who knows a few people who worked for Donald Trump. There's a lot of guys like him out there. Me and Moms being from where we're from, we know that the number of people that Donald Trump fucking stiffed over in the New York, New Jersey area are huge. The number is huge. Huge.
Yeah.
When are people gonna realize what a grifter he is?
To accept people that Donald Trump.
He's a new GOP grifter, obfuscate, and prosecute. GOP.
Obfuscate, yep.
Jim the
There you
Geek. Hi, honey. Thanks for calling in.
Hi, Jim.
Just a quick call here. I put the link to that Georgia judge's decision in the chat room.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Or in the chat. It doesn't show up in blue like Ahmad would, but
right.
It's in there. It's a really powerful decision. You guys got to read it all the way through.
Yeah,
the quotes you gave is good, but there are a lot of good ones in there.
Let me see if I can find it, and let me see if I can find it, or can somebody get a real link to it?
I can repost it.
Because I'll read it right fucking now, man.
It's 25 pages long.
Oh, well, no, yeah. Maybe not.
Not too much. Speaking of, I did send you an email, Diane. I don't know if you saw that message.
But I predict that his ruling here will be used in future lawsuits in other states and to write legislation, national legislation.
And it's the dude in Georgia that I was talking about. I just got a clip of it.
It's Judge Robert McBurney. Written by a guy.
Robert McBurney. Okay. And I'm going to look for it again.
I just reposted the link to the document in the chat. It should be right there in the bottom. Or top or
oh, dear.
Jim.
Anyhow, that's all I wanted. I tried to get the mom to repost it, but nobody knows what they're doing. So.
No, Jim, thank you for, bringing more of that to our attention. I'd like to read more about it because, if it's a smackdown, I want to hear it. I want to see it in writing. A dude going, this is ridiculous. A woman.
Right.
Yeah. Women are not some piece of collectively owned community property.
Right.
So how about them apples?
I don't know why we even have to say this out loud.
Yeah. Why? Because it's Donald Trump. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, it's been building all these years, but it took Donald Trump to be the president and be so pliable that they could talk him into anything. It's the last voice on the way out of the room is the one he listens to. Because he doesn't have his own private
thoughts. Do you
thoughts.
have me blocked, dude? Like, I can't fucking see any of your posts.
I don't know why he's doing that. I didn't block you. I assure you I didn't block you.
Do you see that I can't see it? Or do you see
I don't know. I can't see it. I can see it on mine. And I don't know why you can't see it. Does anybody else see
Jim the Geek in the chat? Like, I seriously can't see it right now.
Oh, people can see me. They reply to my comments.
What the fuck, dude? I'm scanning. Can you guys? I can show you me scanning it. Share the screen.
Dude.
You see this?
Isn't technology fun?
I'm scanning.
I wish they'd made a way that you could search for the users' posts, a particular user. That would be handy.
I literally
do what, Ma?
to
maybe
have
one of
something
the
in the
other
mod settings
chat
that you
people
can
can.
choose a particular poster and see all of their recent posts. Like really,
You can
easily
do that if you
accessible.
go back behind into the comments. If you go to the restream, you can actually do that. You can click on it. It tells you what they've
Maybe
said on this channel,
maybe YouTube
whatever
doesn't like
channel
the
it
link.
is.
That would be great if you could do it live, though.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Maybe YouTube
What do you
doesn't
want,
like the link
technology?
Listen, we have
because
free
it's a
TV show.
PDF.
Here you go. Boom.
Jim, can you get that link? Oh, here it is. Is it over here?
Here
Big
it
Steph
is.
fan. Here's the article on Georgia abortion rule. All right, so let me copy this.
That's the article. That's the article. I think YouTube may not like the link because it's a PDF.
I'm pasting it right now in the chat. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking that from Twitch. Thanks, Big Steph fan. Thank you, honey. Okay. So I think that's what is going on. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. At least you guys can see it on your own and figure it out from there. Let me go back to this screen.
The link is available from that article. The link to the document is available from that article. That's
Okay,
where I got
yeah.
it.
All right, cool. Jim, thank you
Okay.
so much for
All right.
calling in and
My
bringing our
pleasure.
attention to it. Love you, brother. Ciao.
Big Steph fan puts in here, Fulton County Superior Court Judge Robert McBurney wrote in his order that the law violates Georgia's Constitution, finding that liberty in Georgia includes in its meaning, in its protections, and in its bundle of rights, the power of a woman to control her own body, to decide what happens to it, and in it, oh gosh.
To reject the state
it went away.
interference to reject state interference
And
with her
to,
health
make
care
her
choices.
healthcare choices.
Yeah.
Essential.
So at least we got Robert McBurney on our side.
Yeah.
No, the judges and the law is going to save us. I feel like, even though it's very devastating, we got Judge Luz Cannon and all her fuckery, and the Supreme Court and all their fuckery. So, you guys, thank you so much for getting us on that. Jim the Geek, thank you again for that. I know I just touched on all of it because I was just trying to catch up after my weekend off, and I'm like, bad weekend to take off. I'm like, give me 2 days before I have to go the 30-day crunch fest.
It doesn't matter if you took 2 hours off, you're still going to miss something. So speaking of abortion, that's the link that I sent you is a video that I made 16 years ago about it. And nothing has changed other than they've actually overturned Roe since then. It's insane.
Well, that's where they fucked up, moms.
Mm-hmm.
They flipped that bitch
They turned a completely different rock over.
I'm afraid they done flipped the bitch switch.
That's right.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. It is. It is a fire hose of news. Always, Bicycle Mike. Always. Yeah.
Well, it's been a fire hose of news. That's their MO. So you get tired. So you get tired. You get exhausted. I gotta turn it off. I need a fucking break. We're in it all the time. We're deep in it on a daily. A lot of people are not. Right. They have other shit to do.
Right.
A lot of important shit to do. I had to fucking deal with, you know what, Louis DeJoy. I'm gonna fucking, you motherfucking, you fucking piece of shit. He's fucking with our mail. I wrote bills on the 12th of September. They're just now getting to where they needed to go. And now I have late fees. And now I have fucking, and I have to call them and I go, and I'm getting phone calls. You haven't paid your bill. And I'm like, yeah, I did.
Just start taking pictures of the envelope with the postmark or whatever. Ask them, if you can get it quick.
Louis DeJoy needs to go. Why he's still there, I don't know. Merrick Garland, Christopher Wray. There's still a lot of fucking motherfuckers who are in there fucking shit.
It's a board of governors that has to vote him out. And I don't understand why they haven't. Unfortunately, Biden can't do it. If he could, I guarantee you he would have been gone long ago.
Really?
So.
Tony just said we're getting hurricane winds right now. It has been dead silent for 2 days. No wind. I mean, zero wind. I want to look. Let me look.
Huh.
Gotta go look.
Actually, I'm knock on wood. Our weather has been staying.
Good
I mean,
for you.
we had a shower yesterday, but so far, no showers today.
All of a sudden,
Florida, it rains everywhere once a day.
Windy
at some time.
Right.
It rains every day. So
It used to be at 4 o'clock on the nose. Now it's like 2-ish. But we didn't get it today. All right, what's this? Here's more from Yahoo News. When a fetus growing inside a woman reaches viability, when society can assume care and responsibility for that separate life, then and only then may society intervene, McBurney wrote. An arbitrary 6-week ban on post-embryonic cardiac activity pregnancy termination is inconsistent with these rights and the proper balance that a viability rule establishes between a woman's right of liberty and privacy and society's interest in protecting and caring for an unborn infant. Thank you, Big Stefan. Listen, I haven't seen it written that well anywhere until now. I mean, he really runs the gamut of why viability should be the benchmark versus like certain weeks. You know what I mean? And
it's such bullshit, moms. We know viability, all of it's fucked up. Guess what? They want to call an infant a person. It's a fucking cell. I don't know if you know anything about science, but guess what?
Listen, an infant is a person. An infant
let me finish my
is a
statement.
born child.
Let me finish my statement.
Child, yes.
Let me finish my statement.
You mean embryo?
As soon as a fucking child is born, they don't give two fucking shits about it. Not for the child, for the mother, for the care, the education, the clothes, the food, nothing until it's 18, and then they want to put a gun in its hand and fucking send it off to some fucking war that makes no fucking sense. So enough of their fuckery. I'm tired of it. We are all tired of them telling us what to do with our bodies, telling us how to educate our kids, what books we should fucking read. They want to fucking ban the goddamn dictionary, for fuck's sake.
Right. There was a post that I forwarded today that fits in perfectly with what you're talking about. And it says, if it was about babies, we'd have excellent and free universal maternal care. You wouldn't be charged a cent to give birth, no matter how complicated your delivery was. If it was about babies, we'd have months and months of parental leave for everyone. If it was about babies, we'd have free lactation consultants, free diapers, free formula. If it was about babies, we'd have free and excellent childcare from newborns on. If it was about babies, we'd have universal preschool and pre-K and guaranteed after-school placements.
Yeah. If it was about babies.
If it wasn't for these Republican fuckery, we would have universal health care, because you cannot give universal health care to every American, but except for women. You cannot do it. That's the only reason why England, Canada, all these other fucking places that are wealthy countries have health care for all their fucking people, except for us, the wealthiest country in the world, and American exceptionalism. Go fuck yourself. You have, sure. You have fucked up our healthcare system. It's for profit. And you give two fucking shits about how it hurts American people have to put their house on a mortgage because they have a fucking medical bill. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I forget what it was. On Stephanie Miller this morning, they said that some little girl had some problem and it cost $400,000.
Yes.
Do you remember what it was? The problem?
No, unfortunately, no.
I was like, if you know, I'm sure you know.
It was an emergent situation, if I remember correctly. But
I know what it was.
example,
it was for a snake bite.
Yeah, so there you go.
A
I knew it was
bite.
something emergent.
She got a snake bite somewhere over there in the desert where Benny lives, like a rattlesnake bite. $400,000 bill.
Diane, 30 years ago, my son was found, back in the day, we used to have little beads on our socks and stuff like that. Well, his babysitter had them, and apparently he stuck a little set of them up his nose. So I had to take him to the ER to have them removed. The tray that has the tweezers and gauze on it was billed to me at $6,000. That was 30 years ago. It's gotten worse. I had an infusion when I was still being treated for my cancer, that my copay was $8,000. It's insane. It's just insane.
Like that Canadian woman said, you know, we have health care, so I don't understand, like, you know, how this is why I swear I've been screaming this from the rooftops, and because we're at the bottom of YouTube, nobody will listen to me, and not only that, I'm just a woman. I've been screaming this for so long.
The bottom of YouTube.
Benny, how long have I been screaming? The reason why we do not have health care, universal health care in the United States of America is because they wanted to take Roe away. And they finally fucking got their wish. And now women are fucking bleeding out in fucking parking lots. It's chill.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You sick fucks.
I remember, like, God, I think it was when I was a teenager, there was some movie on TV, a television-made movie. And it was about a bunch of kids in college, and the one got pregnant quite unexpectedly, and they took her for an abortion. Now, this was back before it was proper medical care. And, of course, she bled to death. And it was the whole situation watching this happen, even on TV as a teenager, was so shocking to me that I swore I would never allow it to happen again. And it's been so out of my control. I mean, I vote. The problem is not enough people vote. Okay? Those of us who do it all the time, you know, we're trying to hold this shit up.
We know that a lot of people don't vote.
The reason why that Jagoff is mayor of fucking New York. The reason why that Jagoff is the goddamn mayor of New York is because only 20% of fucking New Yorkers voted. Maya Wiley would have fucking won in a landslide because she is more for the people and for New Yorkers. But this guy wins, and he's owned by Turkey before he even gets in the mayor's office and fuck me, dude.
He was already very well connected because he was, I mean, I'm just going to say, allegedly, a dirty cop. So, you know, he was already connected. And then he decided to run for mayor, and, you know, I'm going to take a little hand from here and a little hand from there.
56 Nick Rich says, I get my meds for $44.16 every 3 months, worth about $1,200 in the States.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep like,
you don't even want to see my meds.
It sounds insane. I had cancer and had to pay $8,000 too from Trish. Bicycle Mike, I had cancer and received no bill. You know what I mean? Like, it's a crapshoot. And then My life was saved twice by Obamacare from Bicycle Mike. I'm scrolling up, so it's in backwards order. So, you guys, it's like
Bicycle Mike's a cancer survivor as well. So.
Yeah. Rudy
My
worked for the
husband's
Russians.
alive
Yes,
right
we
over
know
here
that.
behind me. He's not in the same room.
Well, it's funny
So
because
that we're all-
Rudy
because
worked
of
for the
Obamacare.
Rudy worked for the Russians. We got Adams working for Turkey.
Mm-hmm. Listen, do you know how far back Rudy's Russian connections go? Back in the day, there used to be
friends
this
with
thing.
Donald Trump.
70s at least. 70s
Back
at
in the
least.
day, there used to be a thing called Little Italy in New York. Okay.
Little Italy.
And-
Little Italy.
Yep.
Little Italy.
Little Italy.
Little Italy.
Little Italy essentially disappeared. It's probably a couple of blocks left now because Rudy ran off the Italian mob to allow the Russian mob in. And that was probably when late 70s, 80s. Benny, do you remember?
And
I heard though.
Well, in China, Chinatown is bigger than Little
when gravity
Italy.
was still on our side, Mom.
Chinatown is bigger than
Yeah.
Little Italy, I hear now. Because,
Right.
China and Russia, why
Sure.
don't you give them
and the Chinese took over most of Little Italy as well. He was making deals with so many people.
That's what I'm
Yep.
talking
So many
about.
people lost businesses.
Dirty deals.
Yeah, way dirty.
And then
So
Donnie
anyway-
got in on that action. And then it was a match made in heaven.
So you guys, I normally will not, I try not to cover overseas politics because we have enough fucking problems right here, right? But
Sometimes it relates to us though.
well, the thing is I thought today we have all day it's been on the news. Iran launches missile attack on Israel. And I'm like, oh, is this the October surprise? That they're going to ramp up the war in the fucking Middle East for fucking Donald Trump just to make the Harris-Biden administration look bad. You know what I mean? Like,
How terrifying that we even have to think of that, let alone it be true, Diane.
they've done it before. Reagan.
I know, but
Reagan kept the
Why-
hostages there and fucked Carter.
That's why Carter lost. Yeah.
We had what's his name? Nixon extending the goddamn war to win a fucking election. These fucking pieces of shit. It's over and over and over again. And they call us warmongers. No. We don't want war. We want peace, love, and happiness. And we love and care about everybody. And we'd like health care. And we'd like fucking normal shit.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
I'd like to
imagine?
not wake up every day scared shitless.
Can you imagine how great our country would actually be if Al Gore won? When it was taken away from the Supreme Court. If Hillary wasn't fucked out of her fucking election.
Mm-hmm.
We're standing on a mountains of ifs. We can't leave anything
true.
open for if this time.
That's why this is the most important election of our lifetime. Before it was like, okay,
Before it was too, but it's only gotten worse. So unfortunately,
Progressively worse.
Because
year after year, election cycle after election cycle.
Because
after
none of
election
the
cycle.
previous motherfuckers were held accountable. None of them. Nixon, the Iran-Contra, none of it was held accountable. Bush
I didn't know anything.
Bush fucking us and out of all of our houses. And that whole every time a Republican is in office, it's a financial collapse. Can we just
people lose?
Start there.
Every fucking time.
Besides
every
all
time during my lifetime.
Besides all their fuckery and wanting to control women and people of color and, the war against drugs. Oh, how did that work out? you got Republicans pumping the drugs into fucking African American neighborhoods, and then and now so they gives an excuse to incarcerate every fucking black guy they fucking can see.
That
Stop and
shit's in memory
frisk.
hold, girl. I don't know why, but it has been. People do not remember what it was like.
I know.
When they first started this whole war on drugs bullshit.
Well, I think the people who watch our show, there are not many young people that watch our show. They're all people our age,
Roughly,
which I think is cool. So they know what I'm talking about.
you don't even have to be that old to remember what fucking happened during COVID. So, yeah.
COVID. The most devastating year of my entire fucking life. Like I
honestly don't know how I survived it.
How any of us survived it with that motherfucking lunatic in charge? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
So listen, it's 4:07. So I just want to give everybody plenty of time to.
No, I'm prepping.
Give any of, their closing statements. I'm going to give mine first this time.
Please.
I just want to say real quick, that went real quick.
It did. It went by really fast.
I'm fucking fuming pissed. I'm tired of being treated like a second-class citizen in my own country. Even before Roe was overturned. Since then, these motherfuckers have gotten more brazen, more emboldened. Again, I'm going to reiterate, if anybody had been held accountable before this, we wouldn't be here. But, Republicans are absolute pieces of shit. I started filling out my ballot, and there was like one person that in one specific place, there's no Democrat running against a Republican. I left it empty. I'm not going to vote for a Republican.
No, I do that too.
Ever again. And I want to reiterate, when you vote Democrat down ballot, you hand it back in, you are ignoring all the other stuff at the end on the other side, on the flip side of your ballot, which is all the judges. The judges. I voted for who is going to be the leader of U of M, who's going to be the leader of MSU, who's going to be the leader of Wayne State University. I'm voting for people who to be on school boards.
Right.
The school boards are fucked up. They don't say they're Democrat or Republican. You have to actually look these motherfuckers up, right? That's why I like getting a mail-in ballot. Because I can sit here, because it's a surprise when you walk into the fucking booth on fucking, you don't know who these people are. You haven't had a chance to you don't know who the judges are going to be. You can see your ballot before you go in, but nobody ever looks at that shit. They go in, they vote Democrat down ballot, and it skips the judges and the school board members that are that are really creating the underneath fuckery.
And the reason for that is that those are supposed to be nonpartisan, and we all know they're not. So do your research. I know it might take a few minutes of your day, but you know what? It's one of the most important things you'll ever do.
You know what? All the other stuff was really easy. Voting for Harris Walls, voting for all the chicks to run our fucking state that are fucking kicking ass already.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah. And so, be jealous. Vote for what we have here in Michigan. Gretchen Whitmer and Jocelyn Bennett and fucking all these fucking kick-ass women that are running our state. I'll tell you what, it makes a huge fucking difference. Instead of you got DeSantis, pulling fuckery and laundering money, and they're all just dirty. I like women who get shit done, and that's what they've done here in Michigan. And that's why I'm not worried about the militias. I'm not worried about the militias because they couldn't take Gretch down.
Yeah.
And guess what? None of the women here who have been intimidated and death threats against their children and in their own fucking houses have given up. Not one. They don't give up. We can't either. We have to support these people who give two shits about our Constitution and the rule of law and not give in to this MAGA cult bullshit. All right, I'm off my soapbox. Please, somebody else take the floor.
Penny, you want to go next?
Go ahead, Ma.
Okay. I just, like I said, we've said this a million times. Check your registration constantly. If you make it, put it in your calendar for once a week until this is over, because they're going to be sneaky bitches. Check it and see when your registration is locally, the last day for you to register to vote. Some of you are very lucky and can vote and can register day of. I'm so jealous. And just make sure that you're making others aware, even if it's just by sending them a link. Hey, you need to check this out. Like Jupiter Judy, just put in there, ballotpedia.org. Okay. That's a great place to go look up the information on anybody that's on your particular ballot in your area.
Yeah, if you want to go vote on voting day, so you know who is going to be on the down ticket things, so you can research them before you go in. I know there's people who like to vote on voting day, like my husband. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If you in your state are able to print off a sample ballot to take in with you, do that and fill it out ahead of time and just match it up. That's what I do because I have memory issues. So that would be my suggestion to you guys. And I, again, really appreciate you guys letting me pop onto the stream again. I enjoy being here and, getting the word out. And
thank you, Moms. Thanks for joining us. Always.
Lovely.
No problem.
Well, you know the drill. I last week, for those of you who weren't here, I went toe to toe with a Marine and his wife in the Walmart. And I was so jazzed up when I got home. And I would have never done that except the Marine and his wife were wearing his and her Trump shirts. So I kind of had to let them have it with both barrels, because at this point, we don't have anything to lose by speaking up.
Right.
Nothing to lose at all. All you do when you speak up is you show that you're not afraid.
Right. And show others that are around. Even if you can't turn those two people, you may turn somebody who's standing there listening, Ben. Right.
There were a couple of people clapping, and an actual little old lady came up to me and she thanked me for saying what I said. So, I'm not a quiet person by any stretch of the imagination.
I think it has something to do with us being Northerners. I don't know.
Nor do I intend to be. So, I embrace the chesticles. Yes.
Chesticles.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
You're doing God's work out. You're doing God's work out there every day.
But talk to people. That's all I'm saying. Talk to people.
It doesn't hurt anything.
Not wearing
the worst
Trump
they can do, right? The worst they can do is tell you to get the fuck away from them, and you say, "Okay, fine," and you go away.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to step up to them.
Right.
You're nothing to fear but fear itself.
Like, it's 4:15, so I don't know who's got their shit ready, but.
Oh my God, just leave her alone. Just leave Betty Loco alone.
Leave Betty Loco alone.
No, don't leave her alone. Okay, wait, shut up, dude. I played you once. Stop. Enough.
I love you guys. I love each and every one of you. Everywhere you are, I am. Just know that. Even if you don't see me, I'm there.
That's right. We love all our suffragettes and jets. And I haven't put that in chat because I've been kind of busy. So.
Where is? See, where's Trump is guilty and guilty and guilty and guilty? Where is that? It's not. I can't find it.
Because he is.
Were you able to find that email I sent?
It was so sparkling, it was almost mesmerizing. Insane proto-Nazi racist would-be dictator, adjudicated sex offender with the nude model first lady and her stepsons, who are both appearing with an Oklahoma religious crackpot who has called the vice president a, quote, lying whore, and their dad's campaign is about the scary, illegal black people eating cats.
I'm sorry.
It's exhausting. I mean, it really is. To hear all this shit all
Here
the
we
time.
go. Here we go.
Found guilty and guilty and
There it is.
guilty and guilty, guilty, guilty and guilty, guilty, guilty and guilty and guilty, guilty-ish, guilty adjacent, guilty-esque, also guilty and ilty gay, guilty, 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 very guilty, repeatedly guilty, incredibly guilty, extra large guilty, extra crispy guilty, diet guilty, lemon scented guilty,
Let's go, Donnie.
size guilty, tartar control guilty, and lastly, not guilty.
Let's go, Donnie. You're guilty.
Get him.
You are
Get him, Officer
so
Benny.
guilty. You are the guiltiest person I've ever seen in my entire life, Donald J. Trump.
Mm-hmm. Scumbag.
Guilty as
Every time
sin.
I hear his name, you know how they used to say, Elmer J. Fudd Millionaire? You know? Every time I hear it, that's what I hear. Sorry. It was just a flyby. No.
Oh, my God.
All right, we're gonna leave you with this clip, and I just want to thank Moms and Benny for coming here, and thank you all in chats on Twitter and what the fuck is it called?
Like, subscribe,
YouTube
share.
and Twitch.
Oh, yeah. Do all that YouTube stuff. Please just do all that YouTube stuff. It's not hard.
No.
Trust me.
Just a click.
All right, I'm going to leave you guys with this one because it's just too great.
It's which one? No, it's 19. Oh, this
All
one,
I
yeah.
know is Donnie has the right to remain silent, and he can't fucking do so. So every time he opens his mouth, he shoves his nasty little bone spurred foot in it. I'm sorry. All I know is Donnie has the right to remain silent, and he can't fucking do so. So every time he opens his mouth, he shoves his nasty little bone spurred foot in it. I can't. I love it so much. Benny, it's the best.
I tried playing one of those in the Zoom call, the Sparklers Zoom, and Elizabeth got so embarrassed to see her say herself on screen. Oh, baby. She did.
Oh. That's a true.
But that's funny.
So you guys, hey, listen, we're going to be watching the debate tonight. We're not going to go live or do anything of that bullshit. We'll be all spread out all over the interwebs. But I will be watching it tonight, and we will have, an update for you on Thursday when we do our show.
I'm going to run around and hit a bunch of thumbs up. I'm not sure if Brian Tyler Cohen is he probably is playing the...
It's 420, ladies.
Well, cheers and happy 420. God, I'm
Happy 420.
Such a lazy stoner.
That's okay. I have an
I'm
alarm.
not on time or anything.
I have an alarm so I can remind you guys when I'm not.
All right. Well, I love you both very much, and everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for hanging out and being here with us. I'd name y'all, but it would take me another 20 minutes, and I can't do a Midwestern goodbye. I gotta roll.
Remember.
Smile.
Remember. Smile.
Smile.
Often. Smile. Often.
I couldn't read the last words. All right. You guys, thank you again so much. Peace out. Have a good
Love
day.
you all.
Stay strong. We're going to fucking do this. Yes?
Yes.
100%.
Oh, yes.
I'm down.
It's already been brought in.
All right.
Come on, girl.
Here we go.
Stay out, folks.
Oh, shit. What the fuck happened?
He's safe.
She was a button. That's okay. We get to do whatever that is.
I don't know. It won't start. I don't know. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Can you hear the music or no? Is there music? Oh my god, I can't hear shit. What's going on? Credits. I don't know why it's not going.
Music. Mark says they hear music.
Okay. You hear music, that's hilarious, because I can't hear shit. Oh wait, here we go. Here we go. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Give me a second. You're not get disconnected from the show, and everybody can still hear us. So.
Into the waves, and let me shake into the white, and contemplating over each other why the end of the world, the end of time. Planets aligning, I feel fine. I can't take all the violence and the pain. With a six-string by candlelight, and I'm still young, trying to start my life. Will it take some catastrophe? Will it be a personal tragedy? Only time, time and tales. Oh, la femme du monde, oh la femme du monde, oh la femme du monde. So we're left in obscurity. I'm wondering if the sun come up today. The masses lacking any purity. I wish that things would swing my way. Will it take some catastrophe? Will it be a personal tragedy? Only time, time and tales. Oh, la femme du monde, oh la femme du monde, oh la femme du monde. Vicious circles, politics, religion, and races. Inside utopia of all the world